Hello again, guys. I just wanted to make this video real quick because I haven't made one in a while. Since the last video I made, there's been certain leaks on the internet about the Nintendo NX. Specifically, there's been a retail supposed leak, and apparently this one's more realistic than the other ones. It shows that it hints at the fact that the console is probably some sort of it hints more likely that the console is a hybrid. However, looking at it more and seeing how it's coming out so far, it does seem like it's going to be somewhat of a console, more and a handheld kind of thing at the same time. But it seems more like it's an actual console, since it seems like, I mean, if the box dimensions are accurate to what the leak is, you can usually see it. I think if you go to do Google Nintendo NX, you'll see lots of information on it. And specifically, what's interesting about it is just that the fact that the box itself seems larger than the box for the Wii U, so it does seem like there's something to it more than anything. But possibly this is because the controller or the handheld device, whatever it is in a separate box. It's not a separate box, but it's inside the box and it's kind of secluded from the actual console. But I mean, kind of in the same way the Wii U was. But I don't know why it would be bigger. There must be something within it that makes it bigger, and it's probably the docking device. So this may actually be a powerful console. Supposedly it's gonna cost $299. It's not the greatest, so it's like $300, but it is at the moment to compete with the PlayStation 4. It is the highest you can charge. Failure, at least in my opinion, since looks like it's gonna be at least PlayStation 4, and that would be perfect price for it. But if it's not, like if it's underpowered more so than I would say the par with the Wii U, then you might have some more problems selling at that price. And specifically, I mean, not that much money, but it's also like the console has nothing unless it has like Nintendo 3DS backwards compatibility, and then spending so much on it. If it does, I guess you can, and if it enhances the 3DS games, maybe it'll be worth it. And I have Wii U backwards compatibility, that would be also nice, but at the same time, I don't know, I doubt it. It'd be some cartridge-based console. It seems to have already been confirmed as well. The thing is, like, today's, or like in the last few hours or days, the Nintendo NX also has had another leak, and that's the supposed name, and the name is Nintendo Duo. I actually don't think this is the actual name, since a lot of people are suspicious that it isn't. And it might not be, since the leak might not be real, but at the same time, not impossible. And if it is the actual name, it's kind of interesting because it sounds like a do-over kind of thing. So I think they were thinking like, we gotta do the Wii U again, so it's like a Wii U do-over. So like, in a sense, it sounds like Nintendo do-over instead of, and I guess that may be what inspired the Duo thing. But I mean, in reality, it's because there's two things to it. There's the console and the handheld, so it is a Duo. That is actually a pretty neat name, and it was creative. I mean, whoever thought about it, because everyone was like going with the simple things like Nintendo Go or something. But I think Nintendo Go itself doesn't make sense because it's not a hybrid ideology behind it. So Nintendo Duo actually fits that more clearly. So that kind of hints at the fact that the name might be real, as in it actually someone put thought into how to make it seem like it's a hybrid console, not just a handheld. And Nintendo Go would be just a handheld. So like, that wasn't the name they chose. And all the other names like anyone could come up with were like, they're not creative or were imitating something else. So they needed something new. And Duo is something not very well used. Like, it's used for other things, but not for games. I never heard it anywhere near games. So it's actually a name that Nintendo could take, and they can trademark it quite easily. So that's why I think that is. The other thing I wanted to know is like, trademarks have changed. Like, it used to be like you can trademark, in order to trademark something, the name had to be unique. And that's why when you go like just a few years back, when Blu-ray players and everything were coming out, like that year specifically, everything was like spelled differently. Like the Blu-ray and Blu-rays, BLU instead of BLU way of spelling it. So like, that's changed. I know that's a fact because the laws changed a bit. So nowadays you can trademark actual names as long as they're not, as long as you're the only one in that field with that kind of name. So Duo is actually kind of neat because nothing else I don't think has it within that name. So that's probably also hints at the fact that it might, so Nintendo can trademark it as Nintendo Duo, and at the same time it's unique enough for it to be trademarked completely by them. So they'll have that name for themselves. Like, I don't see it very often said. So it hints more at the fact that it could be real. I'm gonna say it's kind of fake at the moment because there's nothing to verify it, and it seems weird that they're already releasing information like that where it's everywhere, especially before the console gets announced to the public. I think they want to wait until the console gets announced to the public and they release the name, and then everyone knows the name. But this was like a software briefing supposedly. So like, software developer briefing kind of thing, like maybe they'll tell the name because they already have it, so just tell it to them before they actually release the info to the people. The other thing I want to talk about is, when is the NX going to be announced? Well, the NX is probably going to be announced soon. I'm pretty sure like by the end of October or something. The reason for this is because too much is starting to leak out. that big retail leak I think was real, so that implies that we're gonna see something very soon. Like if it doesn't come out by the end, like if they don't tell you anything by the end of this year, like I think they just may be waiting until sometime when everything clears up. But it has to be soon. Like it has to be this month, I think, because like if they don't tell you by the end of the year, it's gonna leak already. Like too much is leaking, and everything's gonna leak out, especially if they're gonna release this in March. Unless they have nothing, like they have nothing prepared, so nothing's available, then nothing will leak. As it seems now, they have prepared so much that if they don't start talking, it'll start leaking. And that's everything I want to say, guys. Have a good day. Bye.